Good afternoon, I'm Tyler Danberg. MLB playoffs continue tonight with Game 2 of the NLCS from Milwaukee. Dodgers visit the Brewers at 8:08 after LA won Monday's series opener 2-1. Tonight, the Dodgers turn to Yoshinobu Yamamoto against Freddie Peralta for the Brewers. ALCS continues Wednesday at 8:08 from Seattle as the Mariners lead the Blue Jays 2-0. NFL, Ravens are releasing safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson a week after signing him to the practice squad. It's a second release this season after the Texans parted ways after 3 games. College basketball, AP Women's Top 25 is out. Ohio State women's basketball received the 27th most votes and will start outside the top 25. Buckeyes will play 9 preseason ranked opponents, including number 1 UConn November 16th. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56 and, is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Hello, good, clean boy.
Hello, man. How are you today?
Great. How you doing, Ted?
Doing good, Mike.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
All right, full disclosure.
It's a lovely Tuesday.
Full disclosure, I'm not quite feeling myself today. I've made no secret of the fact that I medicate myself. I've been taking antidepressants for years, and I take quite a high dose. It's like institutional level, and then what they give me just slightly less.
You're somewhere in between like institutional and then like Arkham Asylum, like a prison for the criminally insane.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In between.
And so I take my pills every morning, 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That's my schedule.
Yeah.
And I guess I took them today,
Yeah.
and then I
Yeah?
took them again.
Oh, whoopsie daisy.
Oopsie daisy. So I doubled up on my Prozac, and I'm feeling very strange.
Wow. That could make for an interesting 3 hours. You've definitely been a little different today. But just a little, it's been more.
It's a high dose,
You've
Timmy.
been more quiet, though. You haven't been like
Because my
going
head's
the other
spinning
way.
around.
You just don't know.
I'm dizzy.
Don't quite know what to say or what to do. So we shall see.
I thought I didn't take them, right? So I start taking them, and I'm swallowing them down, and Christian's like, what are you doing? So I'm taking my pills. You took them already!
When?
This is the age I'm at right now. I can't remember if I took my damn pill. I have to get one of those little plastic things with the days of the week on it. I'm that age. Did I take my own pill? I don't know.
You do. You need to have one of those
I'm senile.
days of the week compartments. That's usually for people that have like 19, 20 different pills to take.
I got them, baby.
But
You should see some of these pills are horse tranquilizers. Huge.
You need some sort of like timed locking mechanism that it only like opens up at a certain time and then it's like a trap door. It's shut until tomorrow at the same
I
time.
can't take any more pills. Got 1 million pills. Some I take rectally. Christian shoves them up there. They're not even rectum pills. They're just regular pills he shoves up there.
The thermometer. That's how you like to take your temperature is up the butt.
That's
The old-fashioned ways. You get a good reading. When you shove it right up the ace, you get a good, strong reading.
They don't still do that anymore.
Why did they ever do that in the first
because
place?
we couldn't have kids biting down on glass thermometers with mercury in them. These little babies.
True.
They can't
True.
do that. Now we have things you shoot it at their forehead. It tells you what the temperature is.
It took us that long to come up with some sort of like synthetic or plastic nub, or to
Plastic
get
nub.
into the digital age. Like I think I can remember having that shoved up my butt even when I was a kid.
You were 15 years old. You just did it for fun.
Ma, take my temperature. Just lay down on the bed. Spread them.
More tickets to give away today. When you hear this, not now, but the next time you hear that, you call up Teddy, 614-821-9710, and you could win tickets, 2 tickets, to Saturday's Jackets game against the Lightning. Hockey is back. Jackets, and I'm going to read the copy as handed to me by Ted. Jackets battle the Devils tonight. No. Avalanche on Thursday and Lightning on Saturday. Get your tickets now at bluejackets.com. Oh. I wish they played the Devils again tonight. You go back in time, try and right some of the wrongs from last night.
Yeah, just sort of a retry. Now, you were pissed off over the weekend. I was still at that point saying, you know what? They won the game. They scored a bunch of goals. I can look past some of that stuff. It's just the second game. It's just the second game. And? I want to let it go. And I know now it's just 3 games. There's still 3 out of 82.
We haven't played this game for 25 years. It's just 30 games.
They're already annoying me too. And I will be clear, because through my years here, I've done the Buckeye show for many, many years. There have been seasons where I have watched more and I have watched less Blue Jackets hockey. It has sort of been like a meandering river. I have sort of watched more as the team has spiked and gotten better. And my plan going forward is to watch every single one of their games so we can discuss it. And if we need to talk about them a lot or if we need to talk about them a little, I'm ready to go and I'll be there. But thoroughly annoyed with that performance and the fact that it is just 3 games. But my God, that penalty kill percentage that has got to change. You can't give that many penalties and then give up goals on virtually every single power play that the opposition has. And then when you have the opportunity to go on the power play, you can't score at all. So something needs to change real quick. I do love that Marchenko looks like he might blossom into a superstar this year. He is awesome right now. The one play of the game was the one that he made completely by himself. And what a shot that was to put that thing top right corner of the net to get the 1 goal. And I mean, I don't even count Voronkov. I mean, he scored, but they already lost the game. It was over.
It was 3-1.
I already flipped it off. Point. When the empty netter went in, I already flipped it off.
Yeah. Penalty kill atrocious. Couldn't score on the power play early. They also ran into a good hockey team that frustrated them offensively. You could tell they really couldn't get in a rhythm after that little flurry in the first period for the rest of the game. They were trying. Devils were doing good things. They were frustrating them. That's what good teams do. You hate to see a loss on home ice. It's not the end of the world, right? I'm Mr. Positive.
No, yeah.
Always been Mr. Positive, right? Give me another pill. And I expect the Jackets to put together a good performance against the Avalanche later this week.
I want to see a couple of wins now for the rest of this.
Because it's Cam Atkinson night on Thursday night.
It is. And Cam, it looked like he and his boy were at the game. I saw them pop up on TV a couple of times. So they're in town. They're enjoying. Wanted to see the dub. Didn't get it. But again, I'm happy to see Marchenko go. I'd like to see Adam Fantilli. Had a good game against the Wild, but wasn't as consistent in game 1 and last night's game. So let's see him have a really good one on Thursday.
We had a lot of sports on the TV last night. 2 Monday Night Football games. Bills have lost 2 in a row. They lose to the Falcons.
Yeah.
And the rising head of Penix. He's rising again to you.
Just firing that football down the field.
No touch.
Just throwing darts.
Just everything's a dart.
He throws a missile, does he not?
Yeah. Even when he's throwing it 2 yards on a screen, he's taking people's heads off.
A lot of times it's working, though. Like when he's throwing those intermediate routes and able to like squeeze the ball in on the sideline, something that's, 15, 25 yards down the field, he makes that look really pretty. And that offense popped. Drake London was getting it done. How about the play, too, at the end of the half where Drake London is going to score a long touchdown, and his right toe taps on the paint, and there were zeros on the clock. It was either going to be the touchdown or not even a field goal attempt, and they still wind up winning the game.
Timmy, you can trace this Falcons turnaround to one thing, the firing of Ike Hilliard.
Oh, my God.
Yeah? I mean, you were here.
You said it.
The wide receiver coach, they fired him. You mocked him for the entire show. Ike Hilliard's the problem.
I was wrong.
Since they fired Ike Hilliard, they're unstoppable.
They had to get rid of him.
With Ike Hilliard, you lose 30-0 to the Panthers.
Disgrace.
Without Ike Hilliard, you're beating the Bills.
He must have been sabotaging every single aspect of that organization.
He was a spy.
When you think about that, a splinter cell. Nobody's thinking about a little old wide receiver coach in the NFL.
That's why it's a genius plan.
Brilliant, right?
There's a mole inside CTU.
The Saints were paying Ike Hilliard to go in there and screw it all up. Nice drop by CTU, too. I wonder if Chloe was giving him satellite coverage.
And then, of course, my Bears beat your Commanders last night.
That sucked.
Two teams. It didn't look like they wanted to win that game, but someone had to.
That was gross. To have the lead, to have a 3rd and 1 that you're easily going to pick up. You can't even get the exchange. You fumble it. And then Jake Moody, who, what did he show up yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He was on the practice
that guy
squad all
was
season
born
long,
yesterday.
but he was just signed to the active roster.
Oh, he was with the Niners. He was with the Niners, and they let him go, and then he hopped on your practice squad. He was with another team this season. That dude.
Where did he go? Michigan?
Yeah, that is the
Michigan
guy. Yep.
Why can't we get a kicker?
You need a kicker in Chicago too.
No. I mean,
you need a good kicker in Chicago.
Buckeye kicker.
Oh,
why can't we get a good kicker?
We don't kick. We don't punt well either. Why can't our punter punt the ball down the field? They punt it down the field.
This is what we've become.
Punt it. Stop punting it 38
Undefeated,
yards.
number one team
punt
in the country.
60 yards.
Why can't we
okay?
kick?
Let's kick.
Why no kick?
Why no kicking?
Why no kicking?
When you have to kick, you want to kick well. We need to do that a little bit better.
James Franklin is going to get paid $49 million from Penn State unless he doesn't. Details next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You can expect some backup due to an accident that's on East Broad Street at Bryce Road. We also have some holdup due to a crash that's on eastbound 670 before 71. Police are on scene there, so expect some extra slowdown. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. Centerpoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic, sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register at roosterswings.com.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniforms.
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
And big.
We leave spaces empty and clean.
For you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
This time of year, it's all or nothing. And Toyota's got all you need during Toyota Truck Month. Now through November 3rd, get 1.75 APR financing or $3,000 customer cash on a powerful new 25 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or lease a 25 Tundra SR Crew Max for $409 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's officially fall at Firehouse Subs. The Thanksgiving turkey sub is back. This sub brings all the flavors of the Thanksgiving table into one crave-worthy bite. Stacked high with premium carved turkey, rich stuffing, and cranberry sauce. Add a side of warm, savory gravy for ultimate holiday comfort. Hurry to Firehouse Subs today and try the Thanksgiving turkey sub before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last. Planning a tailgate or game day spread? Firehouse Subs Catering makes it easy to feed the whole crew.
With business banking, Tel Ohio Credit Union takes it personally. That's why they are the #1 SBA lender among Ohio credit unions. You are a member, not a number. That's the Tel Ohio difference. Visit telhio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Tel Ohio is open to all in central and southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hear those leaves crunching under your feet? Feel that cool nighttime air? It's definitely fall in Ohio. Fall is the perfect time to have the Waterworks Heating and Cooling inspect and tune up your furnace before the cold winter months hit. Just $89 to inspect and protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 or visit thewaterworks.com today to schedule your $89 fall furnace inspection and tune-up. Winter is just days away.
Millions of fans agree. This Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting The Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. December 23rd, 2 shows, Nationwide Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. A portion of the proceeds benefits the James and Heather Pick Music Program.
Your game day headquarters is here at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, the only place to watch and win. Catch every play on more than 30 TVs and over 50 feet of video wall. Score tickets, signed professional and college sports memorabilia, and pen cash prizes. Join the watch parties for every home team game with a tailgate buffet and bucket specials. Plus, get official game day swag with every table reservation. Game day lives here, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
The Jackets are back in Nationwide for a matchup against the Avalanche. Live fan coverage starts Thursday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
With autumn's arrival, ISA certified arborists recommend that fallen leaves be left alone or mulched to improve plant health. When leaves decay, they transform into organic matter absorbed by the soil to become moisture to trees through their roots, which helps trees weather drought conditions. Leaves are also a natural habitat for butterflies, chipmunks, earthworms, and others, which increases the population of beneficial insects for the next growing season. To learn more about the benefits of autumn leaves, contact an ISA certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools to help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Another sunshiny day for us across central Ohio. Afternoon highs getting into the mid-70s, and then for tonight, mostly clear with overnight lows in the upper 40s to low 50s. Wednesday will be mostly sunny, however, it will be significantly cooler as daytime highs only get in the mid to upper 60s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with a 10 weather impact forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Hey, please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device, free of charge. Podcast brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. I accidentally took twice as much as my antidepressants today.
Oh, boy.
And I'm feeling it. You know what's even better is that I'm doing a 3-hour radio show.
Yes. Yeah.
To varying degrees of success. And then tonight, after I'm done, I got the parent-teacher conference.
Oh,
got to go hang out in the in the classroom.
You're really gonna show yourself.
I
today.
am. I'm going to expose myself to all the kids.
Exposing yourselves to the children and all the fine listeners here that we have.
James Franklin, he gets fired. They owe him $49 million. But I'm reading a thing on Front Office Sports. Now, people are making a deal out of this. And it is a deal, but it's very common language in contracts. Should coach obtain such applicable employment prior to the date this contract would otherwise have expired, the university's obligation to make payments to coach will be offset by the total compensation earned by coach from such applicable new position through the end of the otherwise unexpired term of this agreement. That is fancy talk.
They like to say applicable.
For
very applicable.
If James Franklin gets another coaching job someplace.
Or broadcasting job, it said. Could be in broadcasting.
Or broadcasting job.
If it's a highly paying gig.
But, we owe him this certain amount of money. However, if he gets other employment, then we get to subtract that amount of money.
It's pretty simple.
From what we owe him.
It's just the difference. They just have to split the difference. So if he is to get a 5-year, $10 million contract, a 5-year, $50 million contract, making 10 a year or something in that neighborhood, it's basically a wash. But that always comes back to, see, you talk about the dream to be paid that much to go away. My dream would be the not working again part.
Well, here's where this comes in.
You wouldn't have to worry about me going out to get another job. If you want to find $49 million under the couch for me, don't worry. There won't be any difference to split. I'll just take all of it from you.
Here's some more language. Once terminated, coach is obligated to diligently search for and make a good faith effort to obtain another position appropriate for his skill set, i.e. coaching, scouting, broadcasting only, and to provide the university upon request with evidence that he is seeking such employment. So they're saying, hey, dude, we're putting it in writing that you have to go out and try and find another job. Now, I don't know if we talked about this on the air, but it certainly was a talking point off the air. Thad Matta went on a lot of BS job interviews to satisfy the language in his Ohio State contract.
Yep.
Because he had similar language that, hey, we'll pay you, but only if you're looking for another job. He went and interviewed for jobs he had no business getting, that he didn't want, just for the illusion so that Ohio State had to pay him the rest of the money. If I'm James Franklin, to your point, Timmy, never work again. I go in for my job interview naked from the waist down. I just walk right in.
Talk about exposing yourself.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
show them who you really are.
I don't have the job, I guess. Well, I tried. Could you write a little note to the bosses at Penn State that said I came and interviewed for the job? Thank you very much.
You do like different things for each interview. Like one of them you show up naked. The next one you're burping and farting the entire time. You just can't. You
hurling
can't stop.
Slurs. That may get you the job at some of these places.
Third one is slurs, right?
You're hired. No.
If you're down at Liberty or something, you're getting that job.
You don't have to be a Liberty, buddy.
Right away. Or you just go for something that's so far beneath you, right? And you say, oh, it doesn't work out. They can't meet my demands. Yeah, I went to go get the job at Fort Hays State in Western Kansas, but they wouldn't meet my contract demands of $9 million per year. So had to turn it down. I mean, I'm like Cousin Eddie holding out for a management job, right? You got to get something that is close to what I had at Penn State. Can't take a big step down. Got to feed my family here.
Teddy?
He should show up to the interview with his parents, too.
Yes, like a Gen Zer.
We've been told that Gen Zers show up to job interviews with their parents. And sometimes their parents call their bosses. James Franklin's parents, maybe they're dead. I don't know. You think they called and vouched for him, though? I know my son can't win any relevant games, but he's a good boy. He changed my diaper yesterday.
It'd be nice if James had a mom or dad to help him, coach in big games, figure out how they can beat some top 10 teams.
So anyway,
it wouldn't have got to this point.
That's making some news today. It's not the biggest story in the world, but Nebraska coach Matt Rule had a chance to rule out the Penn State talk. However, he did not. He said about Nebraska, this place is elite, and I want to be a great father, and I want to be a great college football coach.
What does that?
So I'm not going to talk a lot about job openings when they come.
Like I want to be a good dad.
Yeah.
And just keep the focus on.
He said, I absolutely love it here, and I just want us to continue to take the steps needed for us to turn this thing into a beast and have players all over the country want to come here with the best facilities. We have elite fans. I'm just looking at the future. But again, I love that place, talking about Penn State. I love Pat. I love James Franklin. And I'm sad that's come to an end. I wish him the absolute best, but I'm really happy here.
I want to say, too, I don't hold coaches accountable for what they say in moments like this. They're getting asked a bunch of questions. They're doing a job. A place that you have personal connections to comes open in college football. You're already in the Big Ten getting paid a bunch of money to hopefully rebuild Nebraska. We're not so sure that Matt Rule is going to do it. I thought that he might be that guy for this program, but it's still sort of a little thing called we'll see. You could either just blatantly lie and say, no, I'm never leaving Nebraska, not going to do it. But then you sort of feel bound to that, and you shouldn't have to be. Situations change, circumstances change. I don't think Matt Rule has to come out there for his Nebraska fans and say that, right in the camera, look at me, I'm not going anywhere. I don't really care, because if he says that, you could wake up 2 years down the line and you'll still change your mind anyway. and take another job. Look what Nick Saban did when he was with the Dolphins and how that turned out. So I really don't care what coaches say in these moments.
You expect things on message boards, and, fans think that every coach, Jesus is available. Maybe he'll coach my team, right?
He's got great hair. He could. Well,
that's
he can
just
relate to the quarterbacks out there.
Artist rendering. I have no idea what type of hair Jesus Cristo actually had.
Could have been a crop cut, right? Could have been high and
like
tight.
Baldy on SportsCenter.
Yeah. Could have been your cut. Nice fresh cut for you today.
I did.
Saw you come in today at a good, clean neckline.
But I saw that Heather Dinich, who should know better, she covers college football for ESPN. She was on one of the talking head shows, and she threw out
I think it was McAfee, maybe?
Well, maybe
she said this on? Yeah.
Ryan Day's not happy at the end of the year.
Or
maybe
Kirby
Smart's not happy at the end of the year. Sort of saying, well, they could be in play for Penn State. Are you out of your mind?
Out of your mind,
Look, we've
Heather?
seen a
What are you
lot
talking
of
about?
weird, dumb things in this sport. But there is no way in hell, Ryan, they could lose the rest of their games. There's no way in hell Ryan Day goes and coaches Penn State next season. The only pathway that I can see is that he's so vindictive that he takes the job just to fire Jim Knowles and humiliate him.
Oh, I think he'll be out anyway, right? Like, if this thing keeps going bad, I don't know what the contract situation is for Jim Knowles, but you think about that. The fact that they are paying him $3 million. He's the highest paid coordinator in football. He was going to get so close to that to just stay at Ohio State.
There is a very good chance that both he and Chip Kelly will be out of a job before their regular seasons are over.
Yep.
What a turn that would be.
Both of the Buckeye coordinators that helped give them a national championship. Some of these guys got to move, man.
Smart's going to leave Georgia to go. You know what?
I think she said Kalen DeBoer, like how happy will Kalen DeBoer be at Bama. She definitely said Ryan Day. It was on McAfee, and A.J. Hawk, his face just sort of, he had a smile that ran away from his face, Billy Joel, while he was sitting there. The look said it all. Like, what are you saying right now?
He didn't say anything, though, right?
No. It was just the look. And sometimes it can say 1,000 words.
Interesting development about the Big Ten and potentially bringing in billions of dollars in money. We'll talk about it coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Things are moving a little slow on eastbound 70 on the east side between 33 and James Road. And you're looking at a 5-minute delay if you're traveling on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Hey friends, Beamer here. In the spirit of Halloween, Awaken 180 is offering free consultations. Learn how scary fast and how scary easy losing weight can be. For mine, I brought all the questions, and in the end, Awaken 180 was an absolute no-brainer for me. Determine if Awaken 180 is right for you. The free consultations end October 31st. Reserve by phone only at 844-346-1800. For details and the number, visit Awaken180weightloss.com. Scary easy with scary fast results.
If your neighbor's Team Up North painted garage door somehow isn't the ugliest garage door on your block, we are Deluxe Door Systems. Our beautiful Clopay doors will transform your home, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Winter will be here before you know it, and that means it's time to get your heating and plumbing systems maintained. Our True Comfort membership is designed to keep things in tip-top shape. Thank you for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. And when you need us, call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Common Man Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Got some fun stuff coming up later on. It is a Tuesday roundtable evening. That's at 6. Also, I'm told on 10 TV, somewhere in that 6:30 area in the news, me and Dom will pop on there. That's why I
thought it was just for 10 TV Plus.
10 TV Plus, and it's supposed to be making an appearance on the news tonight. That's what I was told.
I was told they cut it.
A clip of it. Oh, wait. When?
Yeah.
When did they tell you that?
I mean, I heard it went so badly.
Oh,
your
geez.
appearance with Dom.
No.
That they had to cut it all. By the way,
way.
thanks for asking me, Dom. Appreciate it.
Maybe one of these days, you know? That's why I wore my vest to work. What do you think about the vest?
I like a good vest.
Yeah.
You know, it's an older guy type of thing. You got to be a certain age to wear a vest.
I feel, though, Tyler Danberg was talking to me back there. He's our sideline reporter for football. He's going to start doing women's basketball here soon as the season's approaching. He said, you know, when you're talking about a vest, you either are in it or you're not. And I kind of get what he's saying, but I'm definitely not in it. And I've worn this vest. I mean, like, to be a vest guy, like Austin Ward is wearing vests all the time. I feel like a guy like Austin Ward from Austin and Burm, he can wear vests. He does quarter zips. It's a look that I see. I just threw this thing on today. I'll probably put it back in the closet, and I won't pop it out again until
Timmy,
I do another TV hit.
You can adopt this look if you want to, but you already have your own very unique sense of style.
I do.
It's called douche.
It's called bum.
It's Eastern European bum douche. And you do it well.
It's Eastern European tracksuit man. And I should just dress like that for the TV hit.
You should. Why not? Be proud of yourself.
Dom was a little disappointed that he couldn't crack Russian jokes at me, even though I'm not ever wearing Russian tracksuits. They're either Hungarian or just flat out Adidas or some other brand.
Russians don't even make the Russian tracksuits, right? They wear the name brand stuff. They got the Adidas.
Yeah, right. I don't know if they have some brand in Russia that's popular that you can't get anywhere else.
You should have worn the tracksuit. Then on the news for like the little graphic for your name, it's Timmy Holinsky. And you have a Russian accent.
Timofey Mozgov.
No, there's one of those
For
already.
the Cavs?
That's right.
Yeah,
Bad.
Big guy for the Cavs. So this story that we're going to continue to talk about until they come up with this vote here, but even if it gets turned down, just the very idea that the Big Ten was approaching this and some other conferences are looking into it now. We're, of course, talking about the possibility of $2.4 billion of private equity being infused into the conference. And
why is this necessary?
Well,
I know money
up front. Look, that's the reason.
I understand
money.
that.
It's $2.4 billion. That's why.
Yes, but you're already making quite a bit of money.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Right? When it comes to revenue, you and the SEC are fighting for top dog.
Here, I'm going to be with you on this, but you asked the question why. That's why.
Go ahead.
For all of that money. But when you have something that's profitable, you don't want to give up your power. That's the thing. You shouldn't be giving up your power. And this article here that Ross Dellinger just penned, it kind of centered around the USC-Michigan game this weekend and has some anonymous quotes from some people that are likely higher-ups with both of those universities, and they're kind of agreeing with each other that this is not something that is in everybody's best interest. And here's the thing, too. If you read on, it has got to be unanimous. A vote's got to be unanimous among the 18 schools under the current terms of the proposal from UC Investments. That is the University of California Pension Systems Investment Fund. That is the fund that we're talking about here that would do this. So if all 18 programs, all 18 presidents, boards do not agree on this and vote yes, then it's not going to happen. But basically, it would give an average of $135 to $140 million per school per year, and it would extend a grant of rights through 2046. That's the thing. Through 2046, you're giving up your TV rights. But it does give you something that the Buckeyes would be interested in, but they're going to have to get it another way, and that's getting bigger portions than other schools. 3 would be getting bigger portions than the rest of them.
You're going to get that anyway.
I would think so.
When you
right?
go back and you sign new television deals, and
you just demand it.
We've already heard that. We've heard that from Ted Carter. In not even
plain terms, I know what you're saying.
What am I looking for? He's not even disguising it. Is what I'm trying to say. He's like, yeah,
he is, but he's not. He's talking around it, but we know exactly where he's going.
We've done things a certain way for a long time, and you look at our value compared to the other teams in this conference, and maybe it's time to change, and it will. I get leery. There's no such thing as just free money. All right? You're giving away part of your essence to make this happen. So if I understand this correctly, so you sign with this investment firm.
I didn't mean to say per year, because do the math, $2.4 billion, but that is $135 to $140 million per school right up front. But what is your share now anyway?
But you're giving
per year.
You're giving power away.
Yeah, till 2046.
Right.
That's a long damn time. That's 21 years.
What is college football going to look like in 21 years?
I mean, how different is it from 5 to 10 years ago?
Oh, it's a
completely
different situation. I just wonder.
The players are going to be making a lot more by that point. You're not going to be able to get away with this little drop in the bucket number.
That's probably true, but there's also, I can see, maybe there's only a 5% chance of this happening. But I remember back a few years ago, Big Ten didn't want to play. I think Jim Delaney was still the commissioner. Mm-hmm. And they didn't want to get on board with something. I forget what it was, whether it was, players unionizing or...
That could have been it.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, Northwestern tried to do that.
And Jim Delaney threatened, well, if this is the way that it's going to be, then, we'll go to like a D3 model. Then we just won't be in the big-time football business. Now, we all laughed at that at the time, because so much funding revolves around playing big boy football. But I wonder if this model is so unsustainable that you almost see a different league pop out of it. What is now college football becomes something else.
Yeah.
Almost like a semi-pro or NFL 1 or whatever the hell they call it. And then college football reverts back to true amateurism, scholarship only.
Yeah.
I don't think that's likely, but I didn't think a lot of this stuff was likely.
It's really interesting. I had a professor when I was in college, and it was a sports media class, and we would just sort of have these free forum discussions. We would have like 30 minutes at the end of a lecture or whatever to just fire questions about sports, about media, and it was fun. What's the deal with TV contracts?
Yeah.
It was, and he had this whole theory about how this was going to go. And this is back in 2004, 2005, when I'm sitting in these classrooms, and almost along the lines of what you were just alluding to. Only his theory was that it was going to get to a point where it's so unsustainable, and you could all see it going with the money, that there could possibly be, universities that have the teams and they will still wear the logos. They represent the university, but being a student is completely optional. Like, you don't even have to be a student or be enrolled in classes if you are somebody that's so good at football. And that really is, like, think of the Cardale Jones, not here to play school, here to play football. If you really have your sights set on being a professional athlete, then go ahead. I mean, we have these places that are bridges between your prep school and college, right? Yeah. Where you would go down to Bradenton, Florida. You're going to be an athlete. You go down there, you're going to be an athlete. You want to go play your sport somewhere in the collegiate ranks, and you go on, and it's a stepping stone that way. But it was kind of funny just to sit back and think about how sort of close he was with all this, where we are in 2025. And I do think, and we talk about it all the time, the reason they're looking at this is because they think that where this is going, they need even more money. They need more money to write all these checks, to cover all these costs. It's probably going to go up and up and up what the players are going to demand, and they're going to be able to demand it because you don't have the product. If you don't, you need to hold on to all this passion, all this fun, all this excitement, but you got to have more to pay these players because they're the ones that people are watching, and they see the $140 million right now, and maybe that's sort of like grabbing at straws.
Well, that leads to another question.
But that's only going to be there that first year.
Is that what people are watching? Is that what people are paying for? the players, these interchangeable players that come and go every 3 to 4 years,
That's a good question.
Sometimes not even that with
It's
the
still
transfer portal now.
The brands and the passion, and we're associated with those schools.
Watching, the brand. Like Seinfeld used to say in his stand-up routine, you are rooting for laundry. If you just go out and you put some jabrones. Now, again, it only works if everybody does this, right? If you can't have Ohio State say, yep, all right, we're just going to go down a peg on the athlete scale, and then Alabama doesn't.
Right, and then the Buckeyes are a 6 and 7 win team, and you've still got other great ones out there. We're not going to let that pass.
Everyone would have to be involved and say, all right, you know what, this is not sustainable for us, too rich for us. Go play semi-pro, go do whatever the hell you're going to do. We're going to revert back to the old system, right? And then your caliber of athlete changes, but do you think when Ohio State plays Michigan or they got a big game against Wisconsin in the shoe that nobody shows up?
Right, we're not going to be interested in it.
I don't know the answer to that.
And the same thing, too, is you've seen it with basketball, and I cannot tell you what the financials are looking like right now with something like the G League or the Ignite, whatever these teams
they lose
are.
Money.
Yeah,
they're loss leaders.
Nobody gives a flying flip about those. Bronny James can go to them. You could lose a couple of key, stud rising star basketball players to those leagues, but people are still wanting to watch UConn and Duke and North Carolina and Kansas and Indiana and Michigan, Ohio State, all these other big basketball programs. So
you can test that theory. I'm not saying that's a smart thing to do. Who are they tuning in to see? The brand or the talent?
No, you've got great points. You have great points with that.
Inside the Buckeyes, Timmy will really dig down uncomfortably deep. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got stop-and-go traffic causing about a 10-minute slowdown if you're on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 5th Avenue. And watch out for an accident that's blocking the right side of 670's ramp to northbound 71. Emergency crews are on scene there, so expect some extra delay. This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
My advisor at Plant Moran Wealth Management knows my definition of wealthy. Restoring classic cars. You tinker under the hood, put the keys in the ignition, and then the moment of truth. There's nothing like it.
You have your own personal definition of wealthy. Plant Moran Wealth Management knows it takes a personal approach to get you there. Experience the difference with Plant Moran Wealth Management. Book a consultation today.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks, and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
Your car needs a new battery. That'll be $19,000.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a second opinion.
You wouldn't accept that quote, so why accept this one from that other company?
$19,000 for a new sewer line.
I'm going to call the waterworks instead.
Facing an expensive sewer repair? If another company's quote is way more than expected, call the Waterworks for a second opinion. We have the most experienced drain techs in Central Ohio. Call 614-232-2222.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain for Toyota West. And with over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of 0 down and 0 payments until 2026. And every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. Offer expires 10/31. No payments for deferred payment. Interest accrues at time of inception with approved credit.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3 podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus. And we'll send Bobby right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest reasons people get new windows, Wilson, is that old windows make for an uncomfortable house with crazy high roller coaster energy bills.
Leslie, people love being uncomfortable on roller coasters. The ups, the downs, the gurgling in your stomach because you had 5 corn dogs before getting on.
Did that happen to you, Wilson?
What? No.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
This is a friendly reminder that hockey is back, and it's awesome.
Hockey? Ice hockey?
You're listening to Blue Jackets Week, The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
2 men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
Fishy has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. You ready?
What's it say?
T-Bone and Tyvis get things started at 6 a.m. They're giving away Blue Jackets tickets at 6:45. Be listening to win. Also, Charlie Coyle. CBJ Center. Thanks for adding something to this. It's really appreciated. Rothman and Ice, they're on from noon to 3. Adam Schefter from ESPN will be on at 12:30.
Poor little Shefty.
And then at 2:30, it's Hockey and Hounds with Damon Severson.
My God, that's 2 players in one day.
And tomorrow on this show, Leather Jacket Time with 10 TV's Nicole Sharon and Name Dropping with Jeff Rimmer.
Oh, how do you think?
It's almost too much stuff.
How do you think Rims is doing? Week 1 of the season? Think he's just super excited down there?
I think the reason why the Blue Jackets are 1-2 so far is that Chinakov's not playing. That's what Rims will say because he has a sexual relationship with Chinakov.
Well,
loves him.
Maybe that is a thing. You know, that's
You're wasting talent.
Got a talented guy there. Not working out at the moment.
Did he hurt himself up in the booth this week at all? Because he's injured every 7 seconds. I don't know if just going up into the little box that they sit in, the healthy scratches, if he tore something on the way up there.
Well, healthy scratch box. That'd be something. Getting hurt in the healthy scratch box.
Is there anything better than a healthy scratch when you've got a back itch and your spouse goes to town on that thing?
You know,
is there anything better than that?
It could be better than super terrific fun time.
Oh, it most definitely is.
There's a couple of underrated things out there, like a great pee, like you're just flushing it. And you've held it for 3 hours, and there has not been a place like where you could relieve yourself.
Is also in that category.
A gigantic fart.
You can go from nauseous to past the pie if you get a good enough belch.
Nothing's better, though, like when the good thing about the sleep divorce is the complete freedom and liberty to just fart away.
Absolutely.
Man.
I mean, I did that anyway, but now I don't feel bad about it.
You quickly find out, like, the science is real about, like, laying on your left side. Like, my God. That just
Tudorama
blows you away.
Common Man and Timmy present Inside the Buckeyes.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Starting with some good, clean Buckeyes. Here we go. One offense, defense, a wild card offense. We're going Bo Jackson. I thought this was a tough one, though. His yards were hard fought. There were not a lot of them, but the 4.7 per carry, that is good. I still think he is clearly the best in that room. C.J. Donaldson was getting the tough short yardage. He's defensively when they get down by the goal line, which I don't hate. I want to stress that. I don't hate them getting into 22 personnel or really 13 personnel. They'll get the 3 tight ends out there.
I got a hot take about C.J. I'm not going to drop it on you now, but just remind me at some point.
I will.
C.J. Donaldson, Common Man's got a hot take.
We'll circle back to that with C.J. Donaldson. So I gave it to Bo Jackson there on offense. Jermaine Matthews was the easy pick for me for defense. And then another guy on defense, Caleb Downs, because this guy is incredible right now. Let's talk some more about the defense after that performance. They gave up a goal line touchdown on a nifty little pitch out call by the Illini. That was nice. Second one was a garbage TD near the end. But the team did give up 16 points. Only team to score in double figures on the Buckeyes all year. Now, that's the Illini. Still, Ohio State has the number 1 scoring defense, 6.8 per game given up, and they're 4th in total defense in the country, tied with Indiana. Did you think the Indiana defense was that good statistically?
No.
Yeah, they're number 4 in the country, and that is a big reason why they were able to go out there against Oregon and do what they did. 229 yards given up per game. And the Buckeyes are number 3 in the nation in stop rate. That's a little thing that factors in how many drives simply end in punt, turnover on downs, or a turnover. The defense is getting a stop on an incredible 81.3% of the time. Mike, that's just slightly better than the Columbus Blue Jackets penalty kill at the moment. All right? Just a tiny bit better. As we look to the game at Wisconsin, the Buckeye defense has a chance to give Wisconsin a little bit of history. Already embarrassed by that shutout against Iowa. The Bucks can give them maybe back-to-back home shutout losses for the first time since 1980. Maybe some motivation, but you also won't feel too great doing that to Luke Fickell. Did you also see that Mel Kiper Jr. released the first big board for his 2026 draft prospects? Let me tell you, this is my mock draft big board, just so I see my overall best players going into this draft, not necessarily looking for fit for teams who's going to draft you where, all going to settle out in time. So to the people that have been watching every game and are honed in, you won't find this surprising, but he has his first Buckeye appearing at number 4 on the board, and it is Arvell Reese, not Caleb Downs. Caleb pops in at number 7, so he has it at Dante Moore, Jeremiah Love, Fernando Mendoza, Reese, Peter Woods, the tackle from Clemson, Mekhi Lemon, receiver from USC, then Caleb Downs. Carnell Tate is there at 12. You look into the positional rankings. He has Max Clare as the second best tight end, only behind Sadiq at Oregon. He's got Caden Curry 7 in the defensive end rankings. That's way too low in my opinion. Caden McDonald 6 in the defensive tackle ranking, and Sonny Styles as his 5th best off the ball linebacker. A little bit of women's basketball. Did you see the AP Top 25 came out, and the men were not in it. That came out a day ago. They were about 30th in the votes. The women were not in it either, so that's not a great start for them based on how good they've been in the regular season these past couple of years.
This is going to be a really
interesting year for them.
Interesting year. Right? They did not live up to expectations last season. They're unranked to start the season. You have a head coach who was Drinky Town in his car, DUI. Making a fool of himself.
Yep. And only 11 players on the roster. That's strangely low for a team like Ohio State with where they've been living. I mean, they had the Elite 8 run, and then they didn't get it done in 2 consecutive postseasons, so they didn't live up to the expectations with how good they were in the regular season. Cody McMahon was a stud. She went and left to Ole Miss, so you're looking at people like Jelani Cambridge and Chance Gray, who need to be the studs for this team. Then maybe a freshman like Bryn Martin, who comes in flipped from Washington.
Yep. Thank you, Timmy.
Thank you, Mike.
Vegas shouldn't be used to get football coaches fired, but sometimes it's hard to ignore I'll tell you why coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Watch for traffic slowing down due to an accident if you're on East Broad Street at Bryce Road. We also have a couple-minute delay on eastbound 670 if you're traveling from Neal Avenue to 71. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Are your floors sagging? Are musty smells